got to figure that out because can't have games without the officials.
Yeah, and it's a multitude of things, but it will be Farmer against Niver for the jump, and it's won by Jamestown, and it goes straight away to Gonzalez.
Orchard Park, one of the unique, they play a lot of different defenses, and in this case, looked like it came out a little 1-2-2.
As a three in the corner there by Johnson was off the mark. And here's Montebelli weaving down court, and nearly a foul there by Jamestown, but no call as the dribble's picked up, and a nice tip there by Carson Milne. And down court with it right now for Jamestown is Thaggard.
Last year, in the matchups last year, Dom Gonzalez caused some real problems defensively for Max Montebelli. Coach Miley told me in pregame that Max has really made some improvements, and he thinks he's really stepped up his game this year as a junior. But Gonzalez is going to test you because he works defensively all the time. He's going to test you all game long.
And it was a kickball violation on Orchard Park, so still Jamestown possession. Open three on the way. Kaboom from downtown by number 3, Jericho Thaggard with the triple.
It's a big basketball. Thaggard only averages 4 points on the season, so if he can get you 3 quick, it's one more threat for Jamestown.
Yeah, usually starters that have the lower points per game, they're usually more known for things like rebounding, defensive play, being scrappy.
Yeah.
As it's a turnover by the Quakers, it'll be red and green possession.
And Thaggard is an uber athlete, just as he was for the football team, as a return man receiver and cornerback. He can make some things happen athletically, but if they can get him to make a few shots, it's going to be even bigger for them.
As the mid-range jumper was off the mark, Taberski collecting the rebound. Nearly 90 seconds in, Jamestown up 3-0. Orchard Park looking for their first points. Pick and roll, and that's a textbook one right there as the bucket's good by Monaco. Monaco more than 55% from the floor coming in.
Yeah, Coach Miley said Monaco's one of those tough guys, just does all the little gritty things, and there he is on the screen and roll.
Three-pointer off the front of the rim, and Jamestown over the years, they've been a team that live and die by the triple. As it's Montebelli. Oh, taken away there by Gonzalez. Easy layup on the way, and he gets it in, making it 5-2.
Gonzalez will time that dribble, and he'll work it. And there we see it again. Looked like a replay of last year.
Another pick and roll here to Monaco, and it's going to be a foul. Milne and Johnson were on the defense, and the foul's going to be on Carson Milne.
They called that going up. So we'll get 2 free throws at the line for Brody Monaco.
First free throw by Monaco is good, making it 5-3. Monaco looking to go 2 for 2. And off the side iron, ball loose, and offensive rebound by the Quakers, and nearly a reach, but they're able to clear it out. Deep 3 on the way, and he makes it from another area code. Triple there by Taberski. And the Quakers take the first lead of the game 6-5 as Gonzalez will look for a response.
Taberski takes a lot of them, 21 for 71 coming into the game on the season. Not a great percentage, but is their leading scorer and certainly a confident shooter.
And that also means, in spite of misses, accurate enough to hit them. As the ball went out of bounds on Jamestown, it will be a jump ball. OP possession. And Cummings will inbound.
Jamestown in their man-to-man.
Going baseline teardrop on the way, and that one's good by Taberski. And we have a 30-second timeout called by the red and green as it's 8-5, but we're going to stay right here. And since that early run by Jamestown, OP really putting that foot on the gas.
Yeah, and it's right there back-to-back within seconds. It's Finn Taberski with the deep 3 and then going baseline against Farmer, who's another, I'm going to talk about these guys too much, I know, but Farmer and Gonzalez, they're great defenders, so unselfish, and it's almost a fault for Farmer, his unselfishness, because sometimes you get 5-6 minutes in and he hasn't got a shot up yet. And for a guy who averages 17.7, you want him to get some of those, but Finn Taberski came to play, and he's going right at him. Orchard Park talk about Chris Frankowski, the head coach, coming in 9-1. Career 107-50 over his career, and last year they were 18-5. Had a heartbreaking loss in the playoffs, overtime loss to Lockport. Back-to-back 17-5 2 years ago, 18-5 last year.
As a mid-range jumper by Gonzalez is good, cutting their deficit to 1 point, 8-7.
I think it was Gavin Johnson. Gavin Johnson knocked that down.
Little around the world action on the three-point line. Power step kicked over in the corner. Baseline, power step, jump ball. Jamestown possession.
Jamestown's caused 2 jump balls down here. Orchard Park trying to get deep into the gaps and help defense.
And wasn't too sure if the ball got poked away or if it was just an errant attempt at a pass. Nonetheless, though, it went out on Orchard Park.
Yeah, great job by the Orchard Park defender to get in front of Milne and take away the layup.
Speaking of Milne, how about that English on the reverse roll there as Jamestown reclaims the lead 9-8.
Milne is the cousin of Dom Gonzalez.
Oh, swatted away by Milne. But second chance for the Quakers and a foul, and if that's on Milne, that'll be his second.
0.
It's
Farmer.
going to be on Farmer.
Yeah, as I said, the Milne boys and Gonzalez have been cousins, been competing against each other since birth. So I know for Dom, he enjoys having Carson out there, especially when he's making layups like that.
First free throw by Cummings is good. Makes it a 9-9 tie. Cummings will look to go 2 for 2. Free throw on the way, and both are good. Another lead change, 10-9 as we're nearing the halfway point of the first.
Farmer had to leave the game as being tended to by our trainer, Kiana Nance, for looks like a bloody nose or so. So we got Jordan Spencer in the game for the first time, number 23 at the top of the key.
And he will get it over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez going in baseline. Wild shot off the mark. Second chance, Milne, and he banks it in. Carson Milne with a second chance putback. 11-10, 3:47 left in the first, and it is going to be Taberski kicking it over to Moncabelli.
Second in for Orchard Park, number 11, Connor Valquette. Second record for Jamestown for 3 for the play-out. That's the second team ball. Niagara at the line for 2. Second for Jamestown with 4, Javon Rudd. The 23, Mike Hofstad. And number 2, Zach Coker. And here's the score at the end of the first quarter. Versus 22, Jamestown 21. Back the second quarter of the Jamestown possession. Jamestown Jan United next home game is Monday this coming Monday, the 19th, at the Ready Green City Hall. JV Stuttgart at 11:30. Varsity game is at 1 o'clock. That's this coming Monday, January 19th. Correction team first. Parker, red line, 2-1. Well, Richard Parks, number 1, next in the building. That's his first, team second. Gonzalez on the line for 2. Line Jim is for 0. United Parker, that's his second, team first. Line number 2, United Parker, that's his first, team second. Second down, number 2, in that front court, and number 23, right outside. Seconds out, Marshall Park.
Second half about to start here with Orchard Park ahead over Jamestown, 44-37. Once again, Norm Rodriguez here along with Ken Ricker. And got to mention this before the start of the second half. We got our producer here, Alex Colsey, and our man way back in the bleachers behind the camera. Always makes it silvery, silky smooth, and Dylan Murphy. As it will be an inbound here by Cummings to start the second half. As it goes over to Taborski, who had a hot first half with 17 points, including 5 threes. Cummings on the wing. Kick back to Taborski. Taborski will flip it to Monaco. Monaco's had a couple of threes. Kick back to Niver. Niver back to Monaco. Triple off the back iron. Farmer with the rebound gets it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez in the paint, relay up on the way off the front iron. Montcabelli with another rebound.
Gonzalez had teammates ahead and just didn't see him or couldn't get it to him, but goes hard to the basket, nothing. And Orchard Park looking to extend this thing to double digits.
And a shot by Taborski, and he stays hot, putting him at 19 points.
That's something we haven't seen from Taborski, right? Getting to the rim. And Johnson does the same thing. at the other end.
46-39, 6:57 left and counting here in the third as Montgabelli will look to run a play. Bounce pass to Niver, hands it back off to Montgabelli on the baseline. Blocked! Got blocked there and kicked back to Niver though. And we have a travel, took a step too many.
Yeah, I got some contact there. Orchard Park parents not happy because he did get some contact, but they called the travel. Jason Adams, one of the best we've got on the call.
Milne with the screen, pick and roll in the paint. Oh, nice tip there by Taborski. Two-pointer on the reload off the back of the rim, and Niver with another rebound.
Yeah, Niver's been really tough inside for Orchard Park tonight.
Yeah, he and Montgabelli, they've been pretty busy collecting the boards. Two on the way by Montgabelli. Lead back up to 9, 48-39. 6:13 left and counting here in the third as it goes to Gonzalez.
Max has done a real nice job running the team, has 7 points, just doing a little bit of everything for him and showing great leadership. Steal here.
Yeah, Cummings with a steal. Layup on the way. 11-point lead for the Quakers. First double-digit lead by either team here in the game, 50-39. A little more than 2 minutes played here in the third. And Johnson nearly didn't see that ball, but here's a three off the back of the rim. Milne with the offensive rebound. And it hits off a Quaker. It'll be red and green possession.
Jamestown a little out of sorts there. Johnson wasn't looking for the pass. Then he takes a really tough shot. Luckily, Milne fights for it and keeps possession for Jamestown. Orchard Park defense is awesome.
Niver poked it away. Montgabelli got the steal. Monaco kicks it over to Taborski. Taborski looking for 21 off the side iron, but second chance by Cummings. No, too strong. As Farmer ends the possibility of the score.
First one around the rim tonight that Cummings has missed.
Milne to the screen, pick and roll. Kicked over, Johnson three in the corner. Off the front of the rim, and Niver collects another board.
There he is again.
He's got to be near 10 rebounds.
Yeah, there he is again. He's played great. Now he's going to give himself a little three.
Not a bad take, just rattled in and out as Monaco mishandled the ball as he was trying to go for an offensive board. It will be red and green possession. Exactly 5 minutes left in the third, 50-39, still the score.
Monaco got a tough offensive rebound there and wasn't able to hold on to it. And the call goes Jamestown's way. Orchard Park's defense has been phenomenal. You don't see Billy Miley's teams out of sorts offensively like this. And
well, here's a three on the way off the side iron there on the attempt by Thagard. But Jamestown does get the offensive board. Cross court to Johnson.
I think part of what Orchard Park is doing too is they're okay with certain guys shooting the ball for Jamestown. And if those guys aren't going to step and make shots.
Cutting it back to single digits, 50-41 as it goes over to Cummings. Cummings kicks it back to Niver. Niver takes a screen from Monaco. Baseline, Cummings power step, and he gets another basket. Lead back up to 11.
Cummings averages, as we said, 9.1 on the season, has 14.
And the kick to Johnson. Calling for a screen, Milne will set it.
Johnson has all 4 of Jamestown's points this quarter.
Thagard into the paint. Kicks it back to Gonzalez. Mid-range jumper off the back of the rim. Rebounded by Monaco. We have a reach-in foul on Gonzalez. And that's going to be his second. Hand a little too deep in the cookie jar.
He tried to undercut that first dribble and got too much of the Orchard Park body. And the ball sticks with Orchard Park in that 11-point lead. ECIC1 teams winning down here at the MAC just isn't a regular thing, that's for sure. But Orchard Park looks the part tonight.
I will say all the games I've done at the MAC, I believe, memory serves me right, there was only one loss. All the rest were Jamestown wins. Oh, nice kick. Three on the way in the corner. Off the front of the rim there by Valaquette, and we have another foul.
Valaquette went and got him across, similar to Gonzalez's foul, trying to get underneath Farmer after the miss. Good hustle, but picks up the foul. Coming off the bench, it's only his first, and the team's first in the second half.
52-41, 3:24 left in the third. Johnson fakes a three, puts up the two, off the front of the rim. Monaco with the rebound. To Montgabelli by the way of Valaquette. As we're nearing 3 minutes left here in the third. Kick to Valquette. Taborski fakes. Inside. Kicks it back to Niver. Monaco with the screen. Pick and roll.
Another nice screen and roll. Farmer recovered, but a great play by Orchard Park using that screen and roll.
Mid-range jumper teardrop off the front of the rim, and Niver once again.
You got to give Orchard Park so much credit. Farmer isn't getting any shots, none.
And they've minimized Jamestown's chances for second, third baskets. Taborski again off the front of the rim, human after all. Valquette had the rebound momentarily, but he got poked away by Spencer. And a steal by Moncabelli. Moncabelli looking for the fast break, bakes it home. And we have a timeout called by the red and green. It's a full timeout. 54-41, 2:24 left in the third on NFHS.
Choose the twos. Get the help you deserve.
Explore your next idea. Blaze new trails. Imagine new ways to do things. What will you do next?
At Richmond Bona, we are seriously dedicated to bettering the communities that we serve. If you put your trust in us and hire us, we promise to take care of everything. Call us as soon as possible so we can start the investigation to fight to get you the settlement you deserve.
Red and green calling a full timeout as OP is extending the lead. And it's growing faster than Jack's Beanstalk, 54-41.
How about Max Moncabelli? The hustle play to get the steal at midcourt, and then he attacks Gonzalez downhill, and he gets into Gonzalez's body, who basically had to just turn, and he kisses it off the glass. Couldn't be more impressed with the young man and his efforts tonight.
Nice look to Johnson, and he swooshes it from about 15 feet off of the dish by Gonzalez, showing he doesn't just shoot, he can also dish it around. Moncabelli taking the screen from Valquette and receives it. Taborski, who's had a big game so far, lost his balance. Niver recovers. And a heads-up play there by the OP coach, Frankowski, to call timeout to avoid a jump ball.
And I think Niver was signaling for it too, and he's on the ground on his knees. Can't move at all or you're going to get called for travel. He was trying to find a teammate and couldn't find anybody in a heads-up play.
Yep.
And Orchard Park just doing everything right now. Jamestown's still within reach, right? We're still within reach. They got 10 minutes. But, man, I just love Orchard Park right now in terms of their effort and their togetherness. We had that unbelievable start by Finn Taberski, and he's been on fire, has 19, but it's the whole team. Everybody's playing their role, and some big plays made, especially by Weston Cummings, and, of course, the glass just owned by Justice Niver.
And Valquette will inbound. Deep three, Taborski rolls in and out. No Tim Horton coffee on that one as we have a jump ball.
And that's where he's made at least a few from, and what a great play call, right? Coach Frankowski comes out of the timeout, gets him a wide open look at the top, and it just rolls out. Jamestown, there's no way you can give that up to him. Got to communicate on the screens or whatnot.
Similar spot, but this time off the side iron there by Johnson. Cummings with the rebound, finds Moncabelli.
Yeah, Johnson's finding a lot of room down there on that baseline.
Niver with a pick and pop. And stolen away by Johnson. This should be a possible lay. Oh, off the back iron. And Niver with another rebound. And here's Moncabelli.
Great hustle by Valquette. If you're Johnson, you want to get that on the glass. You want to teach them. You want to use the glass anytime you can. But Valquette, just really great hustle play.
Foul's going to be on Farmer. That's his third. As Javion Barr will come back in place of Johnson. Valquette will inbound. And a kick over to Cummings. Cummings lost possession, recovers, blocked by Milne. Back to Moncabelli for a triple. rattles in and out, and Milne. Oh, what defensive hustle there by Cummings. It looked like Milne had an easy rebound, but Cummings like, not today, good sir.
It looked like Milne had it, was about to outlet it, and Cummings just fought for it and earns an extra possession for the Quakers.
And Valaquette will lob it to Niver.
Flex cut here, and he was open. Farmer gets to the flex, and he was wide open on the flex cut, but another hustle play won by the Quakers.
And Taborski looking for 21 off the side iron. He's gone cold, missing his last 4 shots. And it's going to be a jump ball, red and green possession, 42-4. 42.4 left in quarter 3.
If you're a red and green fan, you need some more of your guys to get the hustle and effort that Carson Milne's giving you, because he's coming up with a lot of plays for him, and other guys just not stepping up.
Niver with the block, and Milne had it, but it got poked away by Valaquette, and a slam-a-jamma there by Taberski. He's like, 3, no, put a little jam on the toast.
Finn Taberski with 21 now in the game, and another play, hustle play by the Quakers defense, showing more toughness in Jamestown at this point.
Screen set by Milne. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Lost ball. Cummings has a chance for a good shot here. Puts it up. Oh, not quite. And the tip in by Montgomery won't count. So a big third quarter there on all cylinders, offensively and defensively by the Quakers, as they're up by a baker's dozen, 56-43. Fourth quarter in just a moment after this on NFHS. Fourth quarter, as it will be Orchard Park inbounding, as the Quakers outscored Jamestown, doubled them up 12-6 in the third quarter.
They had the roll there on the horn set and just missed them, but they're sharing the ball. And
Niver's shot, gets it in, makes it a 15-point lead.
Niver only 3 points on that, but boy, he's made up for it, rebounding toughness, and just makes the right plays. End of that quarter, Weston Cummings with great recognition of the time on the clock and just couldn't get that layup to come, but really good play.
Oh, nice look to Thagard on the backdoor cut, but couldn't get it in. As Montgomery receives it after Monaco's rebound. Monaco with a screen, kick back to Cummings. Oh, nice look to Monaco for the easy layup. Lead up to 17, 60-43. Well, you mentioned Niver only having 3 points. He's got to have at least between 12 to 15 rebounds.
He's been dominant on the glass. He's made the right plays and been part of this toughness that Orchard Park's been showing all night long. Thagard hit that first 3, and that's his first point since, and 15-point lead. Another horn set. Last time they had the roll here.
Montgomery going around to the baseline off the front of the rim. And
again.
Niver draws a foul. Oh, counted in the fouls. The shot went in. So he gets a continuation. Foul's going to be on Milne. That's his third. And something I mentioned, whether it be semi-pro ball or high school that I've done for basketball, when it comes to that continuation, it's always the discretion of the official.
Yeah, it looked like the foul had brought him from trying to go up to back down on his feet, and then he shot it, but the official says it's good, and great play by Niver.
And the shot off the mark, but a rebound there by Monaco off the front of the rim. And I got to say, Monaco's getting up there on the boards too.
Monaco.
And Montgomery.
You take Monaco, Cummings, and Niver. Their toughness is just out manning Jamestown every single possession.
Milne's teardrop, and that may have slipped out of his fingers a little early, but he gets it on the second chance putback. Makes it 62-47.
Milne also had 2 buckets in that first quarter and hadn't scored since. He's up to 6 now.
As Montgomery's got it. The pass to Monaco, flip back to Montgomery. And it's going to be a travel. One too many steps trying to get to the low block. As Johnson will come back in, as well as Jordan Spencer.
Milne gets a well-deserved break. He's been holding him in there as best as he can with his toughness and hustle plays. But for the Quakers, it's everybody, and that's not the case for Jamestown right now.
5:50 left in the matchup, 62-47 as it goes to Farmer. Farmer going low block, kicks it back over, 3 for Thagard. Off the back iron, and Farmer pokes it back to Gonzalez. Screen set. And, nice strip there by OP. Oh, are we going to see another dunk by Taberski? This time a two-hander. feed to the slammer, to the jammer, 64-47, as Johnson, and a nice, I would say an unconventional strip there by Niver, but it does avoid a possible layup.
This Orchard Park team is so impressive with their just togetherness and effort as a group. And, Jamestown, after the 6-game winning streak, really, really struggling.
As Spencer able to recover it. Nice look there to Thagard. Kicked back. Oh, tipped on a volleyball spike and a three on the way. And a swoosh from the top of the key by Johnson. Cuts it to 14 as Jamestown hits the 50 burger, 64-50 with exactly 5 minutes left in regulation.
16 points now for Johnson. He's been stepping up. He's been that guy in the baseline. He's found some openings, and there were the big three.
And we have a full timeout, and we'll take a quick break ourselves. 5 minutes left in regulation, 64-50 OP.
At logisticsplus.com/Buffalo.
Full timeout called as it will be OP possession, 64-50, as we have more than 3 minutes played here in the fourth. Bounce pass to Cummings.
Jamestown switches to
Oh,
a
nice look to
1-2-2.
Niver.
Switch to a little 1-2-2 zone there, and it didn't matter. The sharing of the ball and the movement by Orchard Park finds the opening.
That gives Niver lucky number 7 in points. Johnson going into the paint, lobs it up off the side iron. Niver with yet another rebound. And he'll kick it over to Montebello. Niver on the wing, a nice look to Monaco, banks it in.
It is.
And he matches his jersey number, 12 points.
It's an offensive clinic right now by Orchard Park.
Gonzalez is 2 on the free throw line. Off the back iron, Montebello grabs another one. As we hit the halfway point of the fourth. Montebello will get it past half. Gonzalez on the tight and nearly stolen by Thagard. And Orchard Park wanting a travel, but they're not going to get it. As Thagard will weave around the traffic, finds Johnson. Johnson kicks it back over. Farmer for 3. Kaboom! Cuts it down to 15, 68-53.
Farmer hits double figures, but they're going to need a lot more of that if Jamestown's going to get back in this game. And for Orchard Park, it's just more of the same. Just keep playing fundamental basketball and moving.
Foul number 2 on number 2, Gavin Johnson.
Jamestown defense, regardless of what defense they're in, ends up there's too much ball watching, and Orchard Park, rather than watch, is cutting endlessly. And
as the inbound will go to Taberski. 3 on the way, off the front of the rim. He's gone cold from Treytown. And Farmer able to go for the save as Thagard takes it down court. Picks up the dribble, flips to Gonzalez. And honestly, that was not a good pass. That was in 4-man heavy traffic. From the bit of the gap that Gonzalez had, I thought he had a chance for maybe a possible teardrop.
Yeah, he saw Farmer and tried to get it to him on the baseline, but
as the kick goes, 3 in the corner. Bang from downtown. Back-to-back threes by the red and green, cutting it to 12.
Jamestown gets a 3, even with the one of the players struggling a little bit there to recognize the play and set the screen a little late, but
offensive foul, no shot. That'll be Niver's second. Now we have a timeout called by OP.
Thagard with a tough play there, stepping in on Niver, giving up some certain weight and size, and steps up and takes the charge.
Full timeout. We'll take a quick break ourselves. Jamestown cutting it to 12, 68. A full timeout was called.
I'm sorry. Jamestown only gets back in this game with defensive stops. Right here, they have the ball, get a chance to cut it to 10 or 9, but they've got to get defensive stops. And for Orchard Park, they just got to keep that grit and toughness that they're playing with, and I don't know if Jamestown can do it. The offense has been okay, but the defense just hasn't been there.
And Milne will kick it back over to Farmer. 3 in the corner for Thagard, off the front iron, and Montebello with another one. And if you're OP, this is where you wind it down to about roughly 5 seconds before even putting a shot up.
Yeah, you want to get it under 10 for sure before, and they just have great ball movement and find the open guy. And
And this is excellent ball movement we're seeing.
Yeah.
Smart passes, nothing forced. Cummings going into the deep paint, and it's stripped. It will remain Quaker possession.
There's only 3 on the shot clock, but they've accomplished half their goal in burning that 30 seconds. Now if they can get a basket here too, it's just a backbreaker for James. Oh, what a cut again.
And beating it, no shot, but it hit off the rim, so the rebound is live. Gonzalez will kick at the Farmer. Farmer thought about it, but decided not to. Finds Staggert. Oh, nice dribble, and cuts it to 10. An 8-0 run by the red and green, making it 68-58.
Thagger with his second basket this quarter. He has the ability to come up and cause problems defensively. That's what they need, and there he is.
This is where Jamestown needs to call timeout. Oh, foul's going to be on Orchard Park. So that'll be on Cummings.
Just Cummings first. No one at Orchard Park with more than a foul other than number 21, Justice Niver, who has 2.
Inbound goes to Gonzalez. Milne with a screen. Thagard baseline. Nice kick to Spencer. Blocked by Niver. And Cummings recovers. Montebello bolting down court. Finds Monaco. Open shot, and he gets it in. Lead up to a dozen again. 70-58, 60 seconds left.
14 for Monaco. He's done a great job playing his role tonight.
And a swoosher on the teardrop by Gonzalez, cutting it to 10, but a timeout called.
Jamestown only 2 team fouls, both teams. Going to have the opportunity to be a little bit aggressive here, but we're also going to have that issue if you're Jamestown of a couple fouls is going to equal time. Got to really take chances. Orchard Park, it's a clinic. It's a clinic in moving the ball and moving without the ball, and Quaker's really, really impressive. As I said early, this league is pretty darn good because Williamsville North had Jamestown beat this Quaker team. So they've got 3 teams at the top echelon of that league that are really, really good teams. And North and Orchard Park, of course, being AA teams, while Jamestown is in AAA.
Well, speaking of the schedule, the next game for both these teams, Jamestown will be hosting Sweet Home on the 19th. And Orchard Park, their next game, they're going to be on the road taking on Frontier on the 21st.
Got to get full court pressure. Jamestown's going to have to get up, and Orchard Park, I'm sure, is drawing something up. Sometimes you don't even say just trying to get in, you take a shot. They're just going to get it in and make Jamestown foul.
Oh, and Montebello nearly was able to fully weave 2 times, but Niver picks up the loose ball. Hand off to Montebello, and we have a foul on Thagard. That'll be his second.
Just a 3rd team foul here.
So 3 Jamestown starters with 3 fouls. Farmer, Thagard, and Milne as it goes to Montebello. You don't necessarily need to put a shot up. You can just burn the clock to about 3 seconds. But Milne with a steal. Flip to Farmer. Thagard kicks it back to Milne. Milne's 2. Rattles in and out, and the handoff on the flip to Montebello. And Orchard Park's going to win their 4th straight game, and they're going to snap Jamestown's 6-game winning streak. And we have a foul. Foul's going to be on Farmer. That's his 4th, and to me that a foul makes no sense because that's just prolonging the inevitable.
Yeah, they left the timeout talking about fouling. Farmer trying to do what he was asked, but he didn't realize, obviously, 6.5 seconds, and that game is over. And Orchard Park with a really, really impressive victory.
And they get their 10th win of the season and 4-game winning streak. And Jamestown, their 6-game winning streak comes to an end as they go to 6-3. Again, final score of this game, Orchard Park, the victors here at the MAC, 70-60. Orchard Park 10-1, Jamestown 6-3. On behalf of the NFHS Network, along with my partner in crime and Ken Ricker, our producer Alex Colsey, and our man behind the camera and Dylan Murphy, this is Norm Rodriguez saying to the viewers, you've been watching this matchup between Orchard Park and Jamestown on the NFHS Network. We will see you next time.
1 second.